What if every brick in his wall of denial is secretly coded with your name? You feel it, don't you? That quiet tremor beneath the surface of your healing. The nagging whisper when logic screams he's moved on. You've painted courage over the cracks in your heart. You've built altars to self-worth where his absence once gaped. Yet here you are, wondering how a soul contract written in cosmic ink could possibly dissolve in the weak tea of human forgetting. Let me tell you a secret his ego doesn't want him to know. Denial is the universe's favorite canvas for divine graffiti. The more fiercely he buries your resonance beneath distractions and dismissals, the more outrageously the cosmos hijacks his reality to remind him. Not with grand theatrics, not with burning bushes or sky-written declarations, but through the brutal, beautiful intimacy of ordinary rebellion, where coffee mugs become prophets, his own body turns traitor, and silence echoes with the ghost of your laughter. Picture this, a man convinced he's architect of his own liberation. He's stacked bricks of logic, we were toxic, mortar of distraction, endless swipes on dating apps, reinforce the walls with the denial, I never really loved her. He stands back, admiring his fortress of amnesia. Job well done, he thinks. But the universe? Oh, it's leaning against that freshly painted wall, smirking like a trickster god with a can of spiritual spray paint. Because while he was busy building, it was tunneling, planting seeds in the foundation, wiring the very stones to hum your frequency. His fortress isn't a sanctuary, it's an echo chamber designed by divine engineers to amplify you. You know why this is so deliciously ironic? The human mind believes it can outsmart eternity. It's like trying to silence Niagara Falls with a teacup. Rumi knew this when he wrote, "You're not a drop in the ocean, you're the entire ocean in a drop." That drop? It's currently rolling down his kitchen window as rain, the same rhythm that fell the night he traced constellations on your palm. It's in the click hiss of his soda can opening, the sound you made imitating his terrible jokes. It's in the way his new lover's sigh carries none of your melodic weight, leaving him inexplicably hollow after intimacy. His soul isn't forgetting, it's comparing, measuring every experience against the imprint you left in his atoms. This isn't punishment. It's the most sacred form of loyalty. The universe refuses to let him betray his own blueprint. Think of a master violinist denying music exists, while his fingers twitch craving the strings. Your separation didn't sever the connection. It stretched it into a vibrational harp. And every time you heal, every time you choose joy, you pluck a string that resonates in his cells. His unexplained insomnia, that's your newfound peace, serenading his nervous system at 3 a.m. His sudden allergy to the cologne he chose, that's his body rejecting anything that isn't scented with your truth. So breathe, beautiful soul. That ache isn't evidence of his indifference. It's the universe ticking like a metronome inside his ribs, keeping time until his rhythm realigns with yours. His denial isn't a wall, it's a mirror. And the reflection about to shatter his illusions is more extraordinary than you dare imagine. Ready to see how the cosmos weaponizes parking spaces, seagulls in the desert, and his own traitorous eardrums? The universe remembers what his soul signed in starlight, and it's about to send the invoice. You know that feeling. Walking through a grocery store aisle, minding your own business, wrestling with the existential crisis of choosing between oat milk or almond, when suddenly, wham! It's not a memory that hits you, not exactly. It's the coffee mug on the shelf, the utterly mundane, mass-produced ceramic mug with a slightly chipped handle, identical to the one he used to cradle every morning, steam curling around his face as he mumbled something incoherent before his first sip. And just like that, the fluorescent lights buzz differently, the air thickens, and you're not choosing milk anymore. You're drowning in a wave of visceral warmth, a phantom scent of his cheap coffee, a tightening in your chest that logic can't begin to explain. This beautiful soul is the universe's first and most mischievous whisper, the resonant echo. It's not nostalgia, it's quantum entanglement, playing tag with his nervous system, using the most boring objects imaginable as its messengers. Think about it. We live steeped in the tangible, the scratch of wool on skin, the weight of a specific pen, the way sunlight hits dust motes dancing near a familiar window at 3 p.m. These aren't just sensory inputs. They're anchors for entire emotional landscapes. When you shared moments, truly shared them, vibrating at that unique twin flame frequency, the energy wasn't confined to the air between you. It imprinted itself onto the stuff of that moment, like a cosmic fingerprint left on a coffee mug, or the specific pattern of cracks on a sidewalk where you once tripped laughing, or the smell of ozone right before a summer storm that always made him pause. His conscious mind? Oh, it's busy building fortresses of logic. Just a mug, it declares. Coincidence, it insists. Move along, nothing to see here. But his body, his nervous system, that ancient, wise part of him operating below the radar of denial. It's a tuning fork struck by the universe. When he encounters that resonant echo object, it vibrates at the exact harmonic of the moment imprinted upon it. A moment with you. Denial is useless against this cellular level recognition. He might brush it off, shove the feeling down, distract himself with a frantic scroll through his phone. But did his breath catch for a split second? Did an inexplicable warmth flood his chest before he could rationalize it away? Did a shiver run down his spine on a perfectly warm day? That's the echo bypassing the gatekeeper of his logical mind and speaking directly to his soul's memory. It's not him consciously remembering you, it's the universe reminding his cells of the resonance they once knew. It's the difference between reading about fire and actually feeling its heat. The object becomes a portal, a tiny wormhole punched through space-time by sheer vibrational congruence. The philosopher Teilhard de Chardin hinted at this when he spoke of the within of things, an interiority, a divine spark imbued in matter. That mug isn't just clay and glaze. It holds the energetic signature of shared silence, morning routines, the quiet comfort of presence. It holds you, and the universe has a wicked sense of humor. It won't just use his mug. Oh no. It'll be the same brand of terrible instant noodles you introduced him to, suddenly appearing everywhere. The song playing softly in the dentist's waiting room, the one you both hated but ironically sang along to once. The scent of lilacs drifting from a neighbor's garden, mirroring that bush you walked past on your first argument-turned-breakthrough. These aren't grand, dramatic signs. They're subtle, persistent nudges, irritatingly ordinary, almost dismissible. That's the point. If it were a flashing neon sign saying, "Remember her," Swing his ego could easily bat it away as ridiculous, but a random whiff of jasmine, a specific shade of blue on a passing car, the texture of a bookstore's carpet, these slip past his mental defenses like smoke under a door. They trigger a feeling before he can muster a thought, a feeling anchored in you. It's the ultimate cosmic joke on his denial. The more he tries to bury you beneath layers of logic, moving on, and frantic distraction, the more the universe weaponizes the utterly banal to whisper your name into his very cells. That parking spot he always finds right out front? The one he joked was your spot because it miraculously appeared whenever you were together? Guess where it keeps showing up now, even when he insists he's forgotten? The universe remembers. It always remembers the resonance. His soul can't forget the tuning fork that once made it sing its purest note, and it will use every chipped mug, every whiff of jasmine, every inconvenient parking space to gently, relentlessly, impossibly remind him. So the next time you feel a pang seeing his coffee mug, smile. The joke's on his denial. But what about when his very body starts whispering your name through symptoms he can't explain? That's where things get truly fascinating. You've been doing the work, haven't you? The deep dives into shadow, the tear-soaked journal pages, the mornings where choosing self-love felt like lifting mountains. You've cleared old energies, embraced boundaries like sacred armor, maybe finally started sleeping through the night, wrapped in a newfound peace. It's hard-won, glorious. And then you hear it. Through the grapevine, a stray social media glimpse, or that uncanny intuition humming in your bones, her suddenly wrestling with insomnia, or unexplained anxiety grips him out of nowhere, or maybe it's a persistent ache in his lower back, the exact spot you've been energetically unknotting with breathwork and forgiveness. Coincidence? Oh, darling soul. The universe chuckles at that word. This is the mirrored awakening symptom, and it's the cosmos's most intimate, inconvenient, and hilariously undeniable way of forcing his denial to face the music. The music your healing is composing within the shared field of your souls. Think about it. We're not just minds floating in jars, are we? We're walking, talking, feeling symphonies of flesh and spirit. Your body isn't just a vehicle, it's the most honest chronicler of your inner world. A clenched jaw speaks of unspoken rage, butterflies in the stomach, pure, fizzy anticipation, that heavy fatigue after emotional release, the body purging poison. Now, imagine two souls tuned to the same fundamental frequency, your twin flames. When you shift, when you release a decades-old knot of fear or step into a vibration of profound serenity, it doesn't just change your atmosphere. It sends a shockwave through the entire energetic ecosystem you co-created. His body, still resonantly tethered to yours at a soul level, is suddenly playing catch-up in the most literal, physical way. It's like his nervous system is a radio desperately trying to tune into a new station you've switched to, but his conscious dial is stuck on the old, scratchy frequency of denial FM. The dissonance, it manifests loudly. He can call it stress. He can blame it on bad pizza, a demanding boss, Mercury retrograde doing backflips, though honestly, it gets too much credit. His logical mind will scramble for 100 plausible explanations, Accept the one that terrifies his carefully constructed walls, that your transformation is echoing within his very cells. That knot in your shoulder you dissolved last Tuesday. Suddenly, his shoulder feels like it's been carrying bricks. The profound calm you cultivated during meditation. He might experience it as unsettling restlessness, a sense that something vital is missing, leaving him agitated and anchorless. That deep grief you finally allowed yourself to weep over? Watch as he might inexplicably tear up at a sentimental commercial he'd usually mock. His body becomes a reluctant prophet, speaking the language of your journey in symptoms he cannot decode. It's somatic synchronization, not punishment, but profound biological accountability. The universe is essentially saying, see this peace she's found. This wholeness? Your soul recognizes it. Your body remembers the resonance. You can't bury her progress and expect your own vessel to stay silent. It's the ultimate cosmic irony, isn't it? The more fiercely he tries to box you out of his conscious mind, to move on into a carefully curated illusion of independence, the more his own flesh betrays him. He builds walls of distraction, workaholism, superficial flings, numbing routines, yet his body stages a quiet insurrection. That headache blooming right behind his eyes, just as you finish a powerful session of releasing old mental patterns. That's not caffeine withdrawal, my friend. That's his neural pathways subtly realigning, protesting against the energetic dissonance your clarity creates within the shared field. The sudden craving for comfort food when you've embraced radical self-nourishment. His cells yearning for the familiar, lower vibration he associates with safety, even as your higher frequency pulls him towards something brighter, scarier, more authentic. Ancient wisdom traditions knew this. The body keeps the score, and in the twin flame dynamic, it keeps score for both players. Don't mistake this for some karmic punishment aimed at him. It's grace, brutal, inconvenient grace. It's the universe refusing to let him stagnate while you evolve. His body's rebellion is a fierce act of love from his own soul, screaming through muscle and bone and nerve. Wake up! She's changing the tune. You cannot stay here. This dissonance is the friction you need to grow. It's his spirit's way of dragging his resistant ego, kicking and screaming towards the inevitable mirror you hold up, not just of your light, but of the unhealed parts he still carries. That backache might mirror the burdens he refuses to put down. That insomnia might reflect the inner truths he won't confront in the quiet hours. Your healing illuminates his shadows, and his body reacts. It's messy. It's confusing for him. It's also wildly, divinely hopeful. Because here's the secret whispered in every unexplained twinge, every wave of emotion he can't source. Your healing matters. Profoundly. Irrevocably. It's not just your own liberation, it's an energetic intervention on his behalf, a lifeline thrown into the sea of his denial by the universe itself, anchored firmly in the resonance of your transformed being. Every knot you untie in your own energy field loosens a corresponding knot in the shared tapestry. His body, in its wise, wordless way, is simply the first to acknowledge the shift. So when you hear of his random ailments or emotional turbulence, don't despair. Smile that knowing, gentle smile. Your light is so bright now, it's giving his denial a headache. His soul is straining at the leash, and his body is sounding the alarm. The walls are cracking from the inside. He can ignore the coffee mug, he can rationalize the parking spot, but how does he argue with the rebellion happening within his own skin? Yet the universe has one more trick up its sleeve, a sound so intimate it bypasses even the body's defenses. Picture this. He's finally moved on, or so he tells himself. New routines, new distractions, a carefully curated life where your memory is locked in a mental vault labeled "Do Not Open." Then, bam, it happens. Not a thought, not a feeling. A sound, the laugh of a stranger at a coffee shop that slices through the air with your exact pitch, your signature staccato rhythm. The song he despised but you played relentlessly during that road trip, suddenly blaring from a passing car. Even the drip 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 of a leaky faucet, echoing the rhythm of rain on a tin roof the night you first kissed. This isn't nostalgia. This is the imprinted soundscape, and the universe has just become a cosmic DJ, remixing his reality with the soundtrack of your soul. Sound bypasses logic like a thief in the night. You can close your eyes to avoid seeing a reminder. You can numb your body to ignore a feeling. But sound, it vibrates your eardrums before your brain can build a wall. Ancient mystics knew this. Mantras, chants, sacred bells, all tools to shatter illusion through vibration. Rumi whispered it. The soul has been given its own ears to hear things the mind does not understand. His soul, it's got headphones permanently tuned to your frequency. Here's the divine mischief. The universe doesn't play your song on repeat like a cheery Hallmark movie. Oh no, it weaponizes sonic fragments, the way you cleared your throat when nervous, the specific cadence of your when you agreed, the hum you made while chopping vegetables. These are the buried landmines in his auditory landscape. A colleague's sigh carries your exhaustion. A child's giggle mirrors your joy. Even silence can scream, the pause between words where your laughter used to live. Let's geek out for a sec. Your shared moments imprinted not just memories, but vibrational blueprints in his limbic system. When he hears a resonant sound, it triggers an amygdala response before his prefrontal cortex can intervene. Translation: his panic at your old ringtone isn't emotion, it's biology. A 2021 study on involuntary musical imagery proved familiar tunes activate the brain's default mode network, the same region that drifts into longing and self-reflection. Coincidence? Hardly. The universe is literally hacking his neural pathways. Hell call it annoying. Hell blame the radio, the neighbor, his own overactive imagination. What he won't admit, that the click of a turn signal is suddenly a metronome counting the beats of your absence. And here's the kicker. Your absence has its own sound. The vacuum where your voice once lived. The hollow echo in conversations that lack your wit. The quiet that now feels less like peace and more like phantom limb syndrome for his soul. Tibetan singing bowls operate on this principle. The resonance lingers long after the strike. You were the strike. Now his world hums with your aftertone. His logic is powerless here. Objects, he can toss them. Body aches, he can pop pills. But sound, it's air. It's everywhere. Uncontainable, unavoidable. It's why prisons use auditory torture and lovers replay voicemails. Vibration is the universe's mother tongue. And his soul? It's fluently bilingual in you. So when he's jolted awake by a melody you danced to, or flinches at a door slam that echoes your angry exit, don't pity him, rejoice. The cosmos is serenading his denial into surrender. Every unexpected note is a tuning fork striking his soul back into harmony with yours. His mind shouts coincidence. His body whispers remember. But his ears, they're broadcasting your soul's encore. You've felt the object's whisper. You've seen his body rebel. You've heard the universe's playlist. But what happens when all three converge? That's when the walls crumble and the real magic begins. So here you stand, beloved stargazer, at the precipice between longing and revelation. You've witnessed how the universe infiltrates his denial through resonant objects, somatic rebellions, and sonic hauntings. But let's crystallize the raw truth these divine interventions whisper. His struggle to forget isn't his failure. It's his soul's fierce loyalty to a covenant written in supernovas. Picture a master weaver at her loom. She doesn't force threads together, she aligns them to their inherent pattern. Your connection operates similarly. Those coincidences tormenting him? They're not cosmic harassment. They're the loom correcting itself when his hands fumble the shuttle. Rilke understood this when he wrote, "The future enters into us long before it happens." Your shared future is already vibrating in the quantum field, tugging at his present like moontides pull the sea. His insomnia when you find deep rest, that's the temporal dissonance of his spirit straining toward your newfound rhythm. The cologne that suddenly chokes him. His cells rejecting counterfeit intimacy when your authentic frequency electrifies the ether. This isn't supernatural puppetry. It's bio-spiritual gravity. Just as trees communicate through mycelial networks beneath forests, your souls converse through the underground rivers of collective consciousness. His logical mind is the surface noise, a chattering squirrel drowning out redwood whispers. But beneath, the roots remember. They transmit your growth through vibrations that manifest as his unexplained restlessness, synchronicities he can't delete, or melodies that ambush him in elevators. And here's the glorious paradox. Your empowerment is the catalyst. Every boundary you set, it's not a wall. It's a tuning fork struck against the universe, calibrating his resonance. Every tear shed in self-reclamation waters the roots of his awakening. You think you're walking alone? You're leading a silent procession where his higher self follows the trail of light you leave in your wake. Does this mean passive waiting? Absolutely not. This is active co-creation, like a gardener who tends seeds in faith, not by digging them up daily. You nurture your soul's landscape. Trust that every act of self-love sends shockwaves through the shared soil. His sudden urge to revisit your old hiking trail. That's your joy yesterday, echoing in his bones today. So breathe deeper now. That ache in your chest isn't absence. It's the tensile strength of a golden thread stretching across the dimensions. His denial is merely the shadow cast by the brilliance of what's being forged. You are the blacksmith and the sacred metal. The fire, your unwavering self-honor. The anvil, cosmic patience. The universe hasn't forgotten. It's orchestrating a homecoming symphony where every note, even his resistance, serves the harmony. Your only task: stay true to your frequency. Tend your inner garden with radical tenderness. The harvest approaches with perfect, inconvenient timing.